and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, February 25th. We begin on Indy's northwest side, where a shooting left one man in critical condition. IMPD says officers were called just before 12:30 this morning to Beeler Avenue. That's near 34th and Mahler Road. Authorities say officers on scene found a man lying in the road with gunshot wounds. Investigators say that the man was walking from a liquor store with a friend when he was shot. Authorities tell us they believe the victim was targeted. There is no word just yet on a possible suspect. And on the city's east side, one man is dead after a police shooting. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports.
This suspect is a man, the person that died in the hospital. They didn't really reveal any other identifiable information about him. Now, State Avenue between Washington Street and New York Street is now back open. They had it closed for a number of hours as they were investigating this. Now, let's show you some picture from some video from earlier this morning when there was a heavy police presence down around here. IMPD says that this incident happened sometime before 2:30 this morning. They were responding to a call of a woman being assaulted at a business in the area. While that investigation was going on, police say another officer noticed a man with an active warrant out in the area, and they tried to speak with him. The suspect then refused and started to walk away with his hands in his pockets. IMPD says officers asked him to take his hands out, and that's when he ran away from police. During the ensuing police chase, police tased the suspect, and at some point after that, the same officer shot their gun, ultimately killing the suspect. As he told us live on Daybreak, IMPD Police Chief Chris Bailey says these shootings take a toll on the officers.
The officer has to live with this the rest of his life. We don't want this to happen. We prefer that everyone we can comply, and then we can figure things out on the scene rather than running and producing a weapon. It's just usually not going to end very well, and so my thoughts are with them. My thoughts are with the family of this decedent. This is a terrible thing to occur for everybody, and we wish it hadn't happened.
Bailey also told us police recovered a gun in the area, but there is no current threat to the public here. The woman who was assaulted and the police shooting are being treated as two separate incidents. That woman from the original incident, police say, is now in stable condition.
That was Hernan Gutierrez reporting. Turning now to I-Team 8, the man convicted of killing a Dutch soldier in downtown Indianapolis has been sentenced to 105 years in prison. That shooting happened back in August 2022. Sammy Potsema and other Dutch soldiers were in town for training. A witness testified that Shamar Duncan and his brother started a fight with the soldiers, who then tried to de-escalate the situation. Potsema's sister said in court that Duncan's sentence cannot bring her brother back.
There's no sentence that can ease our sorrow or take away our pain. What the defendant did is senseless, brutal, and absolutely unforgivable. He took away Simmy's future and therefore forever changed ours.
Duncan also spoke before the sentencing, offering an apology to the victim's family. A man has been arrested for threatening first responders battling a fire. This started with a fire on Walker Avenue on the southeast side. Police say the man told crews he would get his gun and shoot them all if they kept breaking windows of his home. He was seen throwing rocks into windows of the house. IMPD arrested the man when he tried to go into the building to get his gun. Police tell us they removed a second man from the scene who became verbally aggressive with crews. 4 adults were displaced by the fire. At this time, no injuries have been reported. According to IFD, the fire was caused by an electrical issue and was made worse by hoarder conditions inside the home. The IU Indianapolis men's basketball team is back on the court today for the first time since fire forced the team out of their bus and onto the side of the road. The fire happened in southern Indiana as the Jaguars were heading home from a game against Northern Kentucky. Head coach Paul Casaro says it seemed to start with a blown tire. Next, he smelled burning rubber and then saw the flames. Casaro confirmed the team ended up losing about $20,000 worth of equipment, but no one is hurt. The team was even able to joke about the entire situation afterward.
Once you got to the pizza place, jokes are being made. Sean Craig came up to me and said, "Hey, Coach, I'm sorry, man." I'm like, "Well, sorry for what, Sean?" He said, I was shooting threes on the back of the bus and I just caught fire. And I said, come on, Sean. So,
Cassaro says the best way to support the team is by showing up to their game against Robert Morris at home this Thursday. In other news, a federal judge will not grant the Associated Press access to some of President Donald Trump's events just yet. The judge ruled that the AP had not proven harm that would require an immediate restraining order. However, the judge did encourage the Trump administration to reconsider its ban on the AP, saying that case law is uniformly unhelpful to the White House. Trump imposed the ban earlier this month after the News Association continued using the term Gulf of Mexico, despite the president's order to rename it the Gulf of America. Another hearing is scheduled for March 20th. When it comes to the weather, the temps are staying put. Storm Track 8 says it will be a mostly sunny day, along with a chance for a few showers. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
How about 50s again? Yesterday was great. A little breezy at times. The winds, we're going to dial them down a bit here. So not bad. And those temperatures back into the 50s today. Enjoy it while it lasts. Let me show you right now our Speedway camera. We do have a little bit of cloud cover across parts of the state, but it is quickly moving off to the east. You know, we have some very light showers during the overnight hours. All the rain has ended. And because temperatures are above freezing, we're actually seeing no major problems, no slick spots on the roadways. So that's good. 38 degrees right now in Indianapolis, southwest winds at 7 miles per hour. We're at 38 in Lafayette, also in Kokomo, 36 in Fort Wayne, 34 in Richmond, and up to 41 degrees already in the Bloomington area. Here's a look at this, not the satellite, the radar here, storm tracker. All of the rain now pushing off to the south and east. A few very light spotty showers across parts of Fort Wayne, also around the Muncie area. We'll go in a little bit closer here. Portland, Bluffton, Huntington, also back to the west around the Kokomo area. You're seeing maybe a few light showers along with some cloud cover, but these are going to be short-lived. All this will move off to the east of us, and we will look for a sunny sky later this afternoon. Mid-50s expected at lunchtime today. The winds will be switching out of the west and northwest here. Overall, a beautiful day today with temperatures into the upper 50s. It gets even warmer tomorrow, but we also introduced some rain chances. We'll talk much more about your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, February 25th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.